right, guys, we're going to find out what's going on with the divine masculines here. And I am picking up third party energy. So if you guys get triggered by that stuff, you don't want to hear it, I totally understand. I've got tons more titles for you to look through. So check out some of my other playlists on the channel. But I got to dig into this message that I'm getting because I'm picking up very similar words. I'm getting like stash, like somebody found my stash. I'm getting my collection, my stash, and I'm also seeing stack, okay? So it's like a stack of photos, or someone's masculine's very sentimental, okay? Your divine masculine is very sentimental, and I feel like you guys have no idea how intense they are about you, okay? So much to the point that they have a collection and they keep this. It's very sentimental to them. They keep either screenshots of just special things that you've said, Divine Feminine, that maybe they've always waited to hear you say or be vulnerable about. Or like the vibe I'm getting from this Divine Masculine is very like they adore you, okay? They love you. There's something very beautiful and very comforting about your energy. Like I'm hearing them say like she's my sweetheart. Like she is my doll, like she's my sweetheart. So I'm hearing it's somebody from New Jersey because I'm hearing your masculine say sweetheart, but I'm also hearing a New Jersey accent in my head. I don't know, that was really random, but that's how somebody feels about you. And he's this kind of hard around the edges type of man, you know, but when it comes to you, Divine Feminines, you have somebody here that really, you know, they really, really adore you. I'm going to get into some messages that you may need to know about this Divine Masculine, okay? What do you need to know about this man who's so rough around the edges, and he may not always be able to express his love in the best ways, but he feels really intense about you. He wants to maybe show you that. Like, I feel like this is somebody who hasn't really put a lot of effort into spending time alone with you. Every time I see the honeymoon card, I think of like a really romantic experience, right? But the main thing is like, it's always like for two people to spend together alone in private, a lot of intimate moments. So I feel like that's what I'm picking up on. Like somebody really wants to spend time with you. Like maybe they want to spoil you and show you how much of, I keep hearing sweetheart, like she's my sweetheart. I don't know why I'm hearing it like that, but that could be, you guys could be from New Jersey or that area, but maybe somebody wants to take, maybe somebody's Italian, maybe they want to take you to Italy, like they want to do some really beautiful romantic things for you because, I don't know, it's like you guys have come a really long way on this journey. Whoever you are, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, you guys have been through some times. I feel like there's times where your masculine has ran, you have been the runner, Divine Feminines. There's times where you guys have been so stubborn in separation. There were times where you thought that the connection came to a full end. It's like you two hate each other but love each other. It's this undying connection, and I feel like you guys, what I'm seeing is like this, you've gone through this, okay, this is what I'm seeing. This is how the journey was. It was like this, going through the highs and lows, and then I feel like you guys went through one of these really highs, and then the low was just like really, really low, and then you shot back up. So that's what I'm feeling. It's like you guys got over some kind of hurdle where somebody feels like you put up with them, you know, like you, that's why I'm feeling like he's kind of rough around the edges here, where you're his sweetheart because you've endured a lot, or you guys have been through a lot, even in the moments where, I mean, you really could have walked away from this, Divine Feminines. I feel like never give up, or you've never given up, and they've never given up on you either. Okay, because I feel like the Divine Feminines, you haven't been perfect in this as well. Like you've equally been the runner in this situation as well. That's what I'm getting out of you. It's like you're both stubborn, you're both hard-headed, you both have a hot mouth, you both have said really hurtful things to each other, you both have initiated separation at times, you both have made each other jealous, you both have felt hurt by one another. And it's like all of those things, it's like you guys might have gone through this separation that really felt like it was the end, and I feel like it was your Divine Masculines to be the one, like they were the ones to come back in and say, like, this time around, let me show you. That's why I really feel like you're somebody's sweetheart. Like enough time has passed, they don't care who sees. That's another thing I'm getting. So I feel like the reason you two may have been in a really prolonged separation could be because of family, friends, because I'm seeing that it's uncomfortable. Like you guys maybe can't do this connection in front of like the public is what I'm hearing. So that's why you guys have been through these highs and lows, right? Because it's like, think about it, if you can't uh, date each other like normal. That's how you know you're on this spiritual journey with each other, because you guys have never given up and you've endured behind the scenes. I'm hearing somebody say, like, we've got something special here. But like, maybe you guys are past that point of needing to explain yourself to other people. I feel like you two have waited to age with each other. I'm also sensing for some of you, like waiting for your kids to get older, or like this is part of the loyalty or why you're somebody's sweetheart. Divine Feminines, I feel like you've never dated. Like maybe many of you knew you had your Divine Masculine. You know, you were married, you maybe went through some kind of divorce or separation, and then you continue to be in this space of never being with anyone else, and your Divine Masculine kept inching themselves closer and closer and closer into your lives, and you guys never gave up on the connection, no matter how messed up it was. And that's why I feel like you two are stubborn and hard-headed, because I mean, it was a lot to endure. It was a lot to try to hold on and bear each other's own individual lives while also navigating the loyalty to one another in the connection. And I feel like maybe someone's masculine here wants to get the message out that it's like we'll have our time. We'll have our time. You know this too, Divine Feminines, and I feel like it's taken you both a really long time to come to that understanding that even though you may not be in a physical relationship with one another, you two are starting to respect one another's lives. Maybe like, because I'm seeing with the honeymoon card here, it's like the connection has come to like a place of like relaxation. It's like you two love one another, and you're not gonna take that away from one another anymore. I feel like in the past you guys used to throw it around because you wanted to manipulate one another out of your current contracts, but the universe showed you every single time that that wasn't the way. You had to learn to love one another where you currently were. And I feel like for some of you who are going to resonate with this reading, you guys have endured, you've waited. You guys have watched your, marriages come to a natural state of dissolving. Many of you have stayed and watched your children stay in secure households, or you've maybe really had to sacrifice and stay in the same roof as a partner in order to keep your family unit safe, and at the same time have to crazily navigate the journey with your Divine Masculine and a lot of their karmic stuff too. But the point is, I feel through this reading that you guys held on. I feel like you guys held on. Keep an open mind, okay? Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, okay? Lots of family stuff, lots of obstacles where I feel like society was screaming at you too, it'll never work. And maybe that's what kept you two in this very stubborn energy, headbutting with one another, because your circumstances kept screaming at you that it won't work. But what never died was like this honeymoon energy. You two love one another. You love being in one another's company. You've grown to love one another despite your circumstances, right? I feel like you two at one point, like it was just, how could I love a married person? Or how could I love someone who, like maybe your Divine Masculine doesn't have kids and you have kids, and they never thought that they would fall in love with someone who, like, I think that's what I feel like. It's like an even playing ground, and vice versa, guys. Like maybe you don't have kids, Divine Feminine, and maybe your masculine does, and you never thought that you could be with a man who has a wife and children, or an ex, or like you wanted to be with someone who didn't have that, but you can't help who you love. And so there's so much that you've had to grow from and learn about yourself. And I just feel that you two have learned a lot about one another when it really comes to understanding what love truly means. And I feel also like through this reading, I'm getting that the universe is really trying to align time alone for you both. Okay, romantic feelings. It's like all of these things are resurfacing and coming back, because I do feel like opportunities are coming for many of you. I'm hearing empty nesters. I'm hearing some of you who have gone through maybe separations, divorces, and now you live on your own. And maybe it's been a couple of years that you've been trying to navigate living on your own, and you're ready to possibly date again. And it's like the minute you decide to do that, the universe is like, you're Divine Masculine. And many of you are like, huh? I thought it was the end. I thought I was off to a fresh start. I thought I was supposed to date other people, universe. And the universe is like, nope, here he comes. now that you went through all of that, here he comes. So many of you might feel like the romantic feelings are, it's bubbling again. It's because you're somebody's sweetheart here. Okay, I feel like you guys have really endured in this connection. It's really starting to show that you respect one another's journey, individual journeys, and you also acknowledge that you're on another journey with each other. Okay, your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path as well. Okay, so what that means is your spiritual path. This is part of like respecting each other's spiritual path and at the same time not allowing it to keep each other in this push and pull constant energy, right? Because those are really heavy energies to fight off on the twin flame journey, guys. Jealousy is definitely one of them. Like, it's really hard to watch your twin flame be married and feel like you got to patiently wait for them to move out of that contract, and then you have to battle your mind between wishing, hoping, and praying some kind of downfall would happen in their marriage or whatever the case is versus, no, I need to be in a place of peace and let this unravel and let divine timing do its thing. So it really does take you through a transformation of addressing your own behaviors about things, right? So because you really have to break it down and actually get to a place of, I'm going to surrender. Like, maybe they need to be in that situation for a reason, and it's like you'll find that the minute you just leave it alone and move about and do things that make you feel, good and productive in your own life, start hitting your own goals, it's like they end up dissolving their marriage on their own. They end up opening up their eyes and they see anyway, Speaking from experience, all right. Join the membership videos if you want to know more. But we do have the flirt card showing up yet again, so extend your lighthearted energy to others, okay? So I feel like it is just time to lighten up, guys. Lots of healing, lots of family healing as well for the both of you, and that's why I think I was picking up on, like, a lot of the Divine Feminines, maybe you have experienced a lot of healing, like a lot of time alone is what I'm getting also. It's like you didn't just go through some kind of, like, maybe karmic contract ending and then try to jump into a relationship with someone or your Divine Masculine. I feel like many of you really just tried to find your footing again. You tried to find your grounding, okay? And naturally, I feel like because you chose that path rather than trying to fill voids with other people's energy, now you're being rewarded with, like, true connection, true romance, right? The true energy of someone who really desires you. And the universe knows who to put in your life. That's why you're feeling your masculine's energy. Who deserves it? Who's held space for you? So, gosh, so passionate about this reading. I feel like that's how your masculines are feeling towards you. You're their sweetheart. You guys have been through a hell of a lot. I feel like there's been a lot of major understanding as well for one another, and because of that, like, it's like I feel like the universe is like, okay, cool, they're ready. Okay, they're ready. Let's get into that honeymoon energy and arrange some nice time for you two to spend together and express yourself in ways that you've been meaning to. Ooh, spicy. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed that quick check-in. I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Take care, guys.